just filmed the entire intro. Or I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. I wasn't filming. It's okay. We'll just film it again. No worries. This one's gonna be a lot more real. Hello. Welcome back to our channel. Some of you asked for Remy again, so I brought Remy. He's happy to be here, as you can see. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm a New York City based artist, and this is Whisper of the Arts. And today, we're gonna paint. It's gonna be fun. This jacket has been a work in progress, so we're getting back to it. I took a little break, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. Painting a custom jacket inspired by Boy and the Heron. Don't mind all the dog fur. I stopped here about 2 weeks ago after painting like, I don't know, 10 little guys. Little wada wada. They're so cute. But I stopped because I was like, this is exhausting. I need a break. They're cute, but they're very tedious. So anyways, we're back at it again. I'm feeling inspired and ready to continue. We're gonna start this video from the beginning when I first started the jacket a couple weeks back and just finished the dang thing. I'm also gonna list this on Etsy as my first Etsy product. Not the specific jacket, but just like the idea of custom jackets, because I want to paint jackets for y'all. I think that'd be really fun. So yeah, let's do it. Let's go. I'm procrastinating. Grab a caffeinated beverage of choice, or non-caffeinated, really, it's up to you. And let's go!
Boo. Voiceover scare. I already primed the jacket, so I'm ready to get started. And I'm just laying out the design with pencil. If you watched my first video, you already know I'm playing a Ghibli movie in the background. I never get sick of it because I don't have to worry about what I'm going to watch. And I have this like association of watching a Ghibli movie while I paint, and it just gets me in the mood to be creative. I don't know. I always start my projects with a bit of brainstorming, but this one didn't really require much because when I saw this scene in theaters, I knew I had to paint it. So for the jacket, I'm painting a scene from The Boy and the Heron. I know I'm not the first person to paint Ghibli jackets, but I had a calling to do it, so just leave me be. I'm sure you guys are wondering, The Boy and the Heron still isn't on HBO Max. Where did she get this reference? And I'll tell you what I didn't do. I did not sneakily take a picture in the theater, and even if I did, I would have done it without disturbing anyone because I'm not a monster. So seriously, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I had the idea to do this jacket long before I actually started it. I really struggle with procrastination, and sometimes you have to create your own motivation. So I'm a lot more likely to do something if I'm motivated to do so by an outside force, like an accountability partner. And I found out one day about a makers event at Plant Corner, my favorite plant shop. This event, I can't say Plant Corner today for some reason. So this is my favorite plant shop of all time, and the event was specifically for creatives and small business owners, and it just seemed like the perfect opportunity to show off my idea for painting jackets and connect with other creatives and small business owners. So yeah, wish me good luck. I have about 8 hours to finish this thing. I just, I'm an ambitious person. So I bought the ticket, and we're going to try to do this jacket in one day. right, so I've got the design laid out and it's time to gather my materials. For this project, I'm using acrylic paint, fabric medium, and a nice sturdy denim jacket that I thrifted. I'm using Amsterdam acrylics here, which are nothing fancy, but they're good quality for the price. So, yeah, I really like the idea of giving used clothes a new life. So I thrifted a ton of other denim jackets to paint, and I'm excited to get to those eventually. But I'm going to focus on the task at hand here.
Okay, so I may have just bought myself a little bit of extra time here with the jacket. I'm making good headway, but it's definitely not going to be dry in time for the event tonight. But I was just on Instagram, not painting like I'm supposed to be, but I was on Instagram and I saw that Plant Corner is having another event on Saturday, and it's like a moss frame workshop, which I've always wanted to do. It was $48, $50 with tax, but I think it's worth it. Because I told myself I want the people to see this jacket. I want to have like extrinsic motivation, even though these people don't realize that they're motivating me. They're motivating me because I need some kind of deadline. I've been all on my own here with this whole jacket idea, and I haven't actually started it until today. So it's not gonna be ready for the party tonight, but it is going to be ready by Saturday when I do the moss frame workshop, and I'm gonna wear my jacket. I'm so excited. Oh, thank God I have a couple more days. All right, I need to get back to it. All right, it's time to make lunch and take a break. headed to the makers event at Plant Corner. Plant Corner. I'm really excited. Got my portfolio. I don't know. Because I'm gonna meet a bunch of other crafty makers today, so it'll be fun. Okay, bye. That's so cute.
Oh my gosh, this is sick.
So like you differentiate from your competitors. This is the whole process of like identify who they are and stuff and what they stand for, and then like your audience, what do they want, and then you, what's your strength, your weaknesses. I don't know if you're familiar with like SWOT analysis. This is like your strength,
Okay.
weakness, opportunity, threat.
Never heard that one.
Right? Because like when COVID came, that's
I
the threat.
see, I
That's like
see.
just external. This is internal factor, and these are like external factor.
I see.
So for COVID, it created opportunity for plant shop, right? Because people are like now buying more plants,
Yeah,
but it's also threat for all other service businesses.
totally. Bye, Plant Corner. That was so much fun. I can't believe I was nervous. I'm so glad that I did that. That was such a great time. I got to meet a ton of really creative, artsy people and people who are doing amazing things. They're like making stickers and making postcards and stationery and selling crystals and coquito and just like amazing things. I love creative people. I love being around creative people, and I feel really rejuvenated and inspired to get started on my jacket. It's gonna be so much fun painting tonight because I just feel like alive. I honestly feel so alive. I'm gonna show you my rock. Okay, I think I forgot my rock, so I'm going back now. The rock the whole time. I'm so embarrassed. Amber just came to like save me, and she wasn't wearing a jacket or anything. It's pouring rain. It's not pouring rain, but it's cold and it's raining, and she doesn't have a jacket on, and she comes to let me in to find my rock even though I had my rock. Oh God, this is embarrassing. Oh well, it's fine. It happens. I don't like filming in public, but this story has to be told. They let me in, and I tell them that I lost my rock and that I left it behind. And then they're like, "Did you check your purse?" And I was like, "I did, I checked it." And then we opened it up and it was right there, and she's like, "There it is." They're so sweet. I love people who love plants. We were talking about it, and I had a little epiphany because we've been talking about how people who keep plants are just like genuine, kind people that love to care. They just care and they're compassionate. And I was like, why is that? It's because they're nourishing, and you want to help people grow. You want to help your plants grow. You have to think about others, people outside of yourself, plants outside of yourself, animals outside of yourself. And I think that's why people in the plant community are just so genuine and so warm and welcoming, is because they just want you to grow and they take care of you. And it's a really, really good community. I'm always so happy after I hang out with them. So I'm really excited on Friday to show off my jacket that I haven't finished yet. But I told them, you guys are my accountability partners, my accountability buddies. So I'm gonna go home and paint now. Bye. Hi, buddy. So it's very late and I'm very tired. But I'm also very hungry and I need to work on this jacket because I poured too much paint and it's going to dry. So I have to do it tonight, which kind of worked out because I needed to do it anyways. I don't have too much time tomorrow to work on the jacket and I'm running out of time before Saturday's event. So let's make some dinner. I'm so hungry. Good morning. She always comes and visits me in the mornings. And then there's her partner in crime up there. They're definitely nesting nearby. Oh my god. What? Shut up. Oh my god. I don't even care if they're eating my tree. Shut up, you guys. I'm about to head out. I did not finish my jacket in time, surprise, surprise, but I'm still gonna wear it because it's a work in progress and I'm working on accepting the fact that I'm a work in progress and it's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect, and I need to work on my perfectionism anyway. And I told you guys I would be authentic, so I'm authentically me. I'm telling you guys I did not follow through on that deadline, but I'm close and I'm still gonna wear it. So I think in that sense, I'm tackling what I need to tackle, because the whole point of this project is trying something new and embracing imperfection and all the mistakes that come along the way. So I'm embracing imperfection, baby. This half is completely unfinished, and I haven't done any of the line work yet, but it works. So bye. Alright, so we're just about to get started. I don't even catch your name. What are your names? Can we go around?
Yeah, let's do that.
It's official though.
Yes,
now.
that's official.
And I was recording that, which was like,
Oh,
I didn't
so now
even-
you have it recorded.
I didn't even.
Everyone's
No, I
names.
didn't even plan that. I was like, that worked out great.
I did not consent to
Are you selling? Not for sale. Goddamn.
Not yet.
We're
propagating.
We're propagating. Good.
That's what I've been. And
She's
like,
also been on the Passive Flora.
so I'm
one
first.
section.
Get on the line.
Okay, alright.
You ran that. Who else on the line?
Oh, wow.
Oh.
You can't find it anywhere on Etsy. Yeah, I know. Like,
What's happening?
Oh, you can come through.
I'm a plant, so I
Oh, welcome.
Okay, yeah.
And then I got it. And then they posted a plan that I really wanted. And she's like, no, you can't get nowhere.
They're all so different. Are we gonna take a big group picture holding them? Oh, that's so Despite my best efforts, the deadlines came and went. I realized I'd set unrealistic expectations for myself, but I just couldn't pull myself out of my own self-doubt. The next couple of days were very rainy. My perfectionism made it hard to move forward because I was constantly second-guessing and reworking parts of the jacket. For a while, I forgot about the jacket altogether until I went to my desk and saw it waiting there. I gave up. And I can tell you exactly why. I missed that deadline, and then I missed my second deadline. I set unrealistically high expectations, and I broke a promise to myself. And a little voice inside me said, "See, I knew you couldn't do it." That voice always seems to come back, and it can be so convincing, to the point where I can't even separate myself from the voices in my head. Now, this doesn't work for everyone, but it did work for me. I started to create some distance from those thoughts. I let myself take a break from my project, and I just went about life, cooking dinner, walking the dog. And when I noticed myself thinking something negative about myself or my work, I'd say, "I'm having the thought I'm not good enough," instead of "I'm not good enough." Eventually, I got really good at noticing them come up, so I started to say, "Oh, hello, welcome." I befriended them. I got to know them instead of avoiding them or shutting them down. And I learned something interesting. That voice has a pretty good reason. It's not just sabotaging me out of spite. It's terrified that I can't do this. And when I believe that voice and give up on my projects, I'm getting something out of it too. I'm saving myself from the criticism. I'm being driven by the fear to avoid failure. When I strive for perfection, I'm setting myself up for failure. It's another way I'm avoiding criticism in the first place, because if I do it perfectly, then I don't have to be judged. But guess what? Perfection doesn't exist, and not doing anything is still a choice. I learned that I'm missing out on something really valuable when I give up, and that's feeling accomplished. It wasn't an immediate change, and of course some days are still better than others, but I slowly stopped hiding and started living and loving myself in all my parts, which led me to reach out to friends that I've been avoiding. Today I got coffee with an old friend who understands my struggle as a creative, and she told me that she's started personifying her inner voices too, and imagining them as a child, tuning into them instead of avoiding them. So when those voices showed up again with their unrealistic expectations or their doubts, I'd take their hand and say, "It's okay. You don't have to do it alone." My friend and I talked about how there's wisdom in all our emotions, even the bad ones, and I was reminded how procrastination can sometimes lead to creative solutions. Like when you step away from a project, often you come back to it with a fresh perspective, and you find solutions you wouldn't have if you just pushed through. What finally gave me the courage to come back to this project was a culmination of things, but reaching out to my friend was the tipping point. Feeling so seen, it validated my sense of self and reinforced that my thoughts and creations have value. And that connection gave me the energy to come back to a project I haven't touched in months. And all of these lessons brought me back to the message of the film, which was my inspiration for the jacket in the first place. This film is utterly transporting. I could watch it 1,000 times and learn something new each time. It's filled with metaphors and beautiful visuals, and each scene is so layered with deeper meaning. Much of it is open to interpretation, but to me, it was about the complexities of life and death, creation and destruction, and the blurred lines between reality and fantasy. Ultimately, I think it was about finding acceptance. It's challenging to release our attachment to outcomes, especially with our creations as artists. We can control our creative process to some extent, but once our work enters the world, it takes on a life of its own in the minds of others. Art makes art. In the film, Mahito's great uncle tries to find someone who can continue his legacy, but in the end completely accepts that the world that he built and the stories he's told may crumble and completely be forgotten. And that is one truth I think most artists can understand. There's a common perception of the suffering artist, someone who endures pain alone, believing it's an essential part of the creative process. Often, this suffering is self-inflicted, and we convince ourselves that we have to bear it alone. Mahito, for instance, in his grief, pushed away someone who truly understood what he was going through. He was unable to accept her into his life. Although I haven't experienced the loss of a close loved one, I have struggled with making sense of suffering. I often ask myself, why do I create? What's the point? And as a creative person working in a field that isn't always creative, I sometimes feel like I'm living to work instead of working to live. I get lost in my worries, perfectionism, and the endless pursuit of excellence. And I isolate myself, losing sight of who I am and my love for art. I think we forget that we're not alone in these struggles. And when we isolate, we miss out on the opportunity to share this experience with others. We forget to celebrate ourselves and our accomplishments. Suffering is a part of life, but that doesn't make it meaningless. On the path to healing, you will encounter both beautiful and terrible things, but you will get so much more out of life if you allow others in. So when I decided to finally finish this project, I didn't do it to prove myself or anyone else wrong. I did it out of love, because I deserve to feel accomplished for my hard work. And I want to share this with all of you so you can feel a little less alone in your struggle too. For those of you who have made it this far, wow, I am impressed. I started this jacket in summer and then I finished it in fall, and now it's winter and I'm uploading this video. So thank you guys for your patience. For those of you who are asking me about when this video is coming up, I really appreciate your patience. And it's been a struggle. I won't get into it too much because half of the video is just me yapping about what was going on for me mentally. But yeah, my partner likes to call it gatekeeping myself, which I think is a very accurate description of what happened here. I can finish things just fine if it's for somebody else, but if it's for me, I seriously struggle, especially if it's something that's going to contribute to my growth or my business or just long-term success as an artist. I overcomplicate things to the point of overwhelm and inaction. So it's hard. If you have struggled with something like this before, gatekeeping yourself, please leave a comment down below so I can know that I'm not alone in this. And then also, if you have any strategies or brain hacks or something that's worked, please, please, please share with the class. I would love to know. I would love to hear your guys' stories either way. And yeah, I finished it. I did it. I made the jacket. I painted the whole thing. I'll share it with you guys here. And then maybe here. And then maybe even another one over here. I know I promised you guys some footage of me uploading this jacket onto my Etsy, and I am not a liar. I will keep my promise. But if you've made it this far, you can already probably imagine the story. So I'm in a hotel room. There's an event coming up. I have business cards for the event with a QR code that links to my Etsy shop that doesn't exist. So I am scrambling to take a bunch of pictures of this jacket that I just shared and upload it onto my Etsy shop as a custom hand-painted jacket. Yeah, it's craziness. Nothing can prepare you for the chaos that you are about to witness. That have a link to my Etsy that doesn't exist, that I haven't uploaded yet, and then I'm doing this in like 2 seconds flat. And I'm just gonna like take a shit picture of it and I can change it later.
Okay.
I'm like, is it a painting or is it a jacket? I guess it would be a jacket.
He clearly wants attention, Barry.
You to, like, I told the people I was going to share them, share.
Still here? Wow, you're a champ. Okay, well, thank you for sticking around. And if you made it this far and liked the video, you could maybe hit the subscribe button. Only if you want to, no pressure. Thank you guys so much. There is more coming soon, including a Patreon sticker club. Until next time, stay creative, stay inspired, and remember, progress over perfection. See you soon.